Hello. Welcome to another episode of my Stellaris Let's Play. This is Northstar. I hope you folks are well, taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves. You don't get my greetings often because I've taken to, well, at least on the last video, cutting things 3 ways, and may do that more often because it reformats videos so they use less bandwidth and upload quicker. I've been lazy about doing it, but honestly my videos have been too long, and I lose momentum if I just cut them over and over and have to constantly. It's better to go back later and find the ideal places to cut. That's probably why most people do something like this, I think. So for those new to my channel, welcome. For those returning, welcome back. New people, disabled with long COVID. Sucks. You hear a lot of stuff that relates to that here and there. I'll leave comments, mention stuff about it. I'm also very left-wing. In fact, I am a democratic socialist, which many people don't even know what that term means or have a villainized, demonized image of socialism in their head. Which is funny because, well, ironic. Something. I never can find the right words for something, so I apologize if what I say doesn't come across quite right. But with my long COVID, I'm missing for words, so my ideas can be confused, muddled. Sometimes have unintended meanings. But roommate I overheard was listening to something that caught snippets of walking my door about what's going on in the Near East, and I was trying to figure out if it was right or left wing, and I thought about it, and I realized, even though I had walked away, I was just walking by, I could tell just by the cadence of the voice the person was talking. When people are mocking people or trying to convince them of things to go against their instincts and their humanity, there's a certain cadence that's used in the tone to convince people that war is peace, freedom is slavery, that a certain word that starts with the G is not even in fact mass murder, that people who are being slaughtered by huge numbers aren't even human, that greed is good, that, because this isn't just right left-wing content on that issue, that greed is good, that the victims of our economic system are not real victims and deserve it. All this bullshit that goes against basic human empathy. There's always a certain cadence to the right-wingers talking about this stuff. Occasionally, like even now I'm getting a tiny bit of that cadence because I'm angry, but the right wing talk people have it all the time, not just when they're mad about some outrage. So the WSD wasn't working to move around. That's because, well, conservatism runs against human nature, ironically, despite conservatives always claiming that they're doing what's best for it. Apologies, a little laggy. I'm both cutting a video and uploading one at the same time. The uploads take a little rain. The YouTube thing isn't efficient and ties up RAM, but doesn't even upload while you've got a game running, which is stupid. Shouldn't tie up. You should be better about tying up less. The cutting actually does work in the background slowly. The Clipchamp is not a great program, but at least it's efficient enough that I've seen it sometimes makes a little progress, but it's still very inefficient with resource use and lag stuff. Might work better if I had a computer with more cores, although if you're just doing one thing, more cores is not necessarily great. A lot of programs are multi-threaded, but they'll only use 3, 4 threads for most things. They might occasionally explode into more, but you're not going to find 8 cores being useful for just one thing most time. It's why it's a bit of a gimmick. I think there are ways to intentionally split up threads beyond what the program does, and programs can do that. They have a lot of overhead, but unless you're a really advanced user, most of the time you're better off with fewer, more powerful cores. And this, it's got this many, whatever, hertz of processing power, but it's just happens to be in 8 different cores. It's a scam. I really it's taking advantage of people's ignorance in advertising, and I try to personally avoid computers with like that and get, 4 cores instead of 8. They're more powerful because 8 cores, 12, 16, these real large numbers, each processor is extremely weak. And most things are not programmed to use that many cores effectively. I mean, if you're doing things in the background, on the other hand, you can have one program using 4 and one 4. So if I'm doing things simultaneously, but I don't do it that often, it might be beneficial, but it'd probably be harmful more often than helpful. Okay, Dark Minds is playing. It's a spooky song. Building a temple here that I am going to disable because I had have Squires promote probably instantly. Well, I think they can instantly demote again. If still, I might want to lay off some enforcers for a fraction of, just to make sure it doesn't do weird things. Promoting. Temple here. I might actually want to run it with. Could do Squires into Priests. I'm not gonna run 200 of them though. Yeah, probably is a little tight on energy, so disable it early. Alloy Foundry's in the works, and this. Let's queue up automation building next, because that's the whole reason of assuming the service core to make automation more cost effective. I'll stop emphasizing food. Probably emphasize mining. Need to add specializations. It's still developing a synth, but I really need to get another colony ship out. It's far too long. I should have settled my 3rd, 4th planets a long time ago. Technically, the habitat counts as a 3rd. Should have been sitting at 4, not more, even though I actually could do 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have 6, but probably about 4 would be the right number right now. It's partly so genetic memory can get colony age in. Some of the colonies I will intentionally not bother developing, just leave them tiny, so they'll have more habitability when I grow them later. Oh well. On the bright side, get a little more research towards epigenetic triggers. Each Genesis preserve into a little more when the cost of tech has gone up due to empire size, so doing a little later gets me some more tech points, but not enough to justify the loss of habitability improvement. Oh well. I'm close on some techs, and I should get going. Yeah, I'm working on trade hubs, which is probably what I'll call this video. Take a second to get my bearings in. Right. Hive Mind, I think, will be worse than Wary at me if I get to -150. Halfway to next level, I think, is when they stop being wary, so they're claiming their actual colonies. These 3 uninhabited systems claimed right now. Eventually I'll claim all these, and when I go to war, I'll just deprive them of, well, right now, every habited planet, which would wipe them out, and the remaining stuff would all become uncolonized worlds, which, it's not entirely great. There's ways you can have a rump state and save influence, eating it up in pieces, but I don't want to have too many wars. The pacifists be angry. You can only really actually declare offensive wars in hive minds while pacifist. Otherwise, you have to do ideology wars and create vassals off of empires in order to. That's partial subjugation. While you create, you split an empire in pieces and then vassalize the little pieces because they're weak. And they'll vassalize easier and then annex them. Alright, that's harder now to vassalize. You have to establish a lot more significant diplomatic relations, which is probably reasonable, although I think they made it a little too hard. Like, just to show. Requires excellent relations or 50 trust. That's an awful lot of trust. In game terms, there's too few ways to build it. It should probably be like 40 trust. It's just a little. I think the devs had the right idea of how to change it. It was too easy to vassalize. Peaceful vassalization should be possible, but it should require quite a bit of trust. But 50 is just too much. Trust builds super slow. That's like, could be like 200 years of trust or something insane if you just have a non-aggression pact. 200 months. So that's like less than 20 years. I guess that's fine. Except yearly and monthly trust growth. 200 months is reasonable. 200 years would be not. Let's see, because I think you gain 0.25 a month. Yeah, that'd be 200 months. All I had is an NAP, and you can do other agreements too, and probably should. Fair enough. I think the trust cap is a little lower than it should be, though. Remember, that could be an issue. Do we come in peace, basically? Birth of a Star, it's a good song. It's one of my favorites. Very much my favorite. Remember? Eventually I do a Genesis, Preserve, and Uplift on Anchor, because that species will always be happier with me, because they uplift them. Of course, my successor empire won't receive that benefit. I don't know if they can do the same thing if another empire already got a Genesis monument built. I doubt it. It's technically incentive to not do this now, but explain the difference between what's beneficial in the short term and the long. Maybe I'll decide to do it differently. This is my first time ever trying this successor empire thing. It's probably very few people have experience doing it. I doubt it's a common tactic at all. But I saw it listed on the Cosmogenesis page that you could do that as a way if you didn't want to actually destroy a galaxy, but get the phone empire text or discussion somewhere, and I thought it was a cool idea and I'd try it. So that's where I got the idea, if you're wondering. I can't credit my own. I'm not brilliant. I mean, I was for long COVID. It may sound too unarmed, but I was genius, was tested and such, but honestly, I feel like I operate a level barely above average intelligence now. Like, thanks to long COVID, which is well below many even college grads. It's, no, maybe higher than that. I doubt I operate in the genius range anymore. I definitely did before. Like, my IQ is over in 60 now. I probably operate at like 130. COVID essentially took like 30 points off my real IQ, which is enormous. I think it doesn't affect people who aren't as smart as much, you know, a proportion rather than an absolute amount, but it's very common complaint that people who have long COVID or had COVID and had long-lasting symptoms. It might just be 2 symptoms, in which case it's not long COVID. It's technically has to be 3. That they feel dumber than they were used to be, and they probably do score lower in IQ tests. This virus has made people dumber, less healthier, effectively older. Though I still look very well preserved. I had someone say, "Oh, you look like you're in your 20s." Like, no, I'm 30 something. There's an old way though, and they some of them just don't have a good sense of age or say that as a compliment because they like it when people say they look younger. Maybe they're even fishing for that compliment. Probably not the case, but I am a little bit of a cynic. I think this is just someone with a poor sense of age. I don't look that young. You can see with the balding. And I can do my appearance a bit more. I don't want to be doxed by fascists. Fortunately, let's run biologist down to 0 for a second. Because you can no longer, like if I set priest to 0, you can only take off the number of priests that are currently available. Now we can set biologists back up. Of course, there's back up. I need those. Guess I'll employ everyone who is unemployed. Instead of waiting for demotions and specialists. So yeah, 32 new priests. Less than half this. That's like 5 value. Okay, actually, 5 value from 36 priests. So, like, yeah, it's actually profitable to keep the temple open, even it's such a tiny. And it's the building itself that's spiritualist attraction, I'm pretty sure. In which case, I actually want more priests because they provide the same many squires and they provide more uni. Alright. Just 2 squares become 10 nations, but whatever. Oh, there's civilians available. Reset to be able to clarify. Set this in for watching something right wing doesn't necessarily make someone right wing. My thing is there's a lot of toxic stuff out there that tries to shape people in a bad way. Anyways. 20 priests. Don't need quite so many enforcers, I guess. Because specialists are happier than workers. In theory, this works. Full complement of 10 nations. I think I want more squires though now. Because there are more specialist jobs to amplify. Yeah, it's 25. Price number of priests actually. Some biologists. I want to promote the squires. And there we go. Some reasonable allocation and stuff. What to build now? I might want a stronghold, even if I don't work the knights. Disable it, and then get around to medical center. It's more pop efficient way of providing minis. Now they have so darn many pops working jobs. It's probably probably won't finish the strong. Swap into this before it's done. Surface quarry. Probably disable that. Save energy. Archaeological site discovered. Beautiful bubble. Surface scans of Stellaris picked up signs that technological civilization may have been active on the planet, but has since gone extinct. We need to mount a surface expedition to learn more. Huh. I didn't just survey that. That must have been another Empire did. I can't see their science ships because sensor range. Cool. That's rare. Save. In case, go back if I messed something up. Sell some more food later. Trading away created. Apparently often better than trading away food. Isn't that just learn? Devs often do that when they change how a resource works. They make it especially valuable. Trade it probably become less valuable over time. So we'll probably decide it's a little too powerful or make other stuff more. Make it effectively less. So wait for the price to come down. Let's disable this. Let's see. Keep. Oof. See if it's being real rough. These priests here. To set up a civilian industry specialization here very soon. Still can't sell that. Full price anyhow. Because I always keep. Yeah, they actually had to arson output by improving stability in the world. Crime's all high. I guess it was wrong about. I remember that saying. Obsessing over. They accidentally sent workers over instead of civilians. No, these are miners I laid off before.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Let's get some more. Mr. Mode. That actually. Gosh, people slamming things around, annoying as heck. What? Leave it how it was. We do need a lot of minerals for stuff. Improve Corvette hulls. Advances in building techniques. Allow for construction of sturdier and more durable Corvettes. Ah! Finally, artificial workforce. Robot assembly plants. Looks like they add quite substantially to growth. Just stacks with other growth. No, you don't have separate pop assembly. Robot assembly plants. High-tech factories or skilled roboticists assemble the latest robot models. Artificial workforce. These artificial work units are perfect for menial labor tasks. They are hardworking and capable of following simple vocal instructions, but should not be expected to climb stairs. Let's give you an idea of their relatively low level of sophistication at this point. Unlocks future robot workers. Robots are relatively simple machines, capable of accepting verbal commands, but possessing no true intelligence of their own. This level are capable worker jobs. That's fine. Of course, though, between the robots and pre-sapiens here, a lot of stuff that specializes in worker jobs. Weird squires. Defines the minis. I'm still a problem. Given how bad the consumer goods situation is, maybe we'll disable that temple in a second. Swap them to knights. Stronghold. At least some of them. It's too many priests, you know, afford them all. Maybe I'll still keep this open, but definitely too many priests. One anchor. This has arrived here. Came from the south, and that looks like it's actually the optimal path. And it's just all in a straight line. The game is reasonable at figuring out the optimal pathing. Worse when it has to go back and forth. It does weird stuff. Swap to header research in that, assuming because they have a higher non-discovered chance. After this, probably find out what's here. Survey in this direction. Carefully do this because it's easy to misclick on the moons anyhow. A lot of moons in the system. Spatial sense is not as good as it used to be at the onco of it, but I still think they outperform the automatic assignment survey priorities. I like anomalies I cannot lock. this before they get there, so get that research station done. Oh, this is cool. What's this stupid song? Towards Utopia. Never liked that one. Leave it in for a little variety. I'm sick of everything else. Wow, this one is it? It's 70. People told me I'd spent a long time trying to get the audio just right, that at least including a distant relative, that there's good audio on my channel. I'm gonna have to work on the video stuff, especially like my politics series where I need to have actual graphics more often. Anyways, or relevant than images. Favorite society we choose to provide special dispensation assistance living and working in our capital. Let's look at that. Just remembered I haven't looked at work in civil exclusion slowly. Drone study. Oh, it's very cheap and I'll give the artificial workforce. That's such an important tech. Probably. Drone study. Very close to global energy management. Yeah, I know about the consumer goods situation. Only 3 civilians this month. Whoa. Energy credits are also almost out. Yay. Energy credits in 5 months. Shoot, I think I may need to. I was planning on converting. So we'll finish the alloy foundries before starting global energy stuff. This is even worse than I thought. Probably need to do this trade for some. Let's see who gives me the best deal. Trade for energy. $82 for wrong button. Just trying to 146. It's probably the better deal. $86. I have months or less or trade willingness, which means they trade willingness shows how willing they are to enter a trade deal with us, so about how highly they value our trade order, which is say how good deal they'll give you. Just throw in some food. I know they like it. Oh. Well up on food, aren't they? Few minerals to keep when it shows that. I want the tooltip showing. Whatever. Energy balance and consumer goods. Consumer goods are a better deal than energy credits from them. That'll work. I need to keep preschooling so longer.
Research concluded.
Global energy management. Load balancing facilities can greatly improve the stability of local grids and feed excess power back into centralized capacitors. Oop. Trying to turn down volume a little. Gravity snares. Ring modules. You can add Vivarium. This too. And Starbase module. So it's not just in the Grand Archive itself. Not a terrible thing. Let's see much stuff we can capture just yet. Can't capture mining drones, and let's pause that mission towards over there. Get volatile motes. Work the 6 mineral 1 mote mining resource there. That's extremely valuable. I'm more in the gravity snares at this point. Snares might be a pretty useful thing. Maybe. Artificial moral codes push my crime down low enough, but this will be a guaranteed option later. Yeah. I think I might want Stellar expansion. Let's check what the sure it's not available for guaranteed anywhere. Nope. So I can game to where I can build a couple more star bases. Larger economics increase than most stuff. Our future lies in the Sea of Stars. Now when I take a Neil and we get more. We've been doing lots of star bases for a while. Hydroponics, trade hubs, various useful things we'll be building. Trade is the future. Oh, shoot. What's this? Oh, the minerals? Start energy generation. Hmm. Unexpected. Well, because I wasn't counting stuff up. They get sloppy sometimes. Was on to something, and now I've forgotten my train of thought. Give me a moment. Not sure exactly what I was thinking. Or I might want to actually increase the number of miners in Hesek for a bit. Oh, cancel the mining substitute private energy and line if I don't get the trade deal. What the heck was I thinking? That's often a good question. What the heck was I thinking? Oh, here's something I forgot. Double check. I'm close to Privy Council. Should at least know who the leaders are, though. Huh. Resilient. That's supposed to be good in a way, but not look at a place ahead of research. It's the Minister of Defense who's most likely. It's commanders I want. Only one level 2. Ah, but an adaptable pacifist. 615. I produced 780 in that time. Okay, I don't think I can quite hire this person without delaying Privy Council. So champion of the people are all spirituals, adaptable. Are their homeworlds? A synth, Hesek. Well, synth could be useful eventually. If this person ever became an actual counselor. The big thing is minis in the homeworld. Well, no, its synth is maxed, so not really. Because from anger, oh well.